Now we're not done yet because we're going to top this with a bin blanket. We used to use burlap for our bin blanket, and it was very nice, but the Department of Ag banned our use of burlap because of the coffee berry borer, so we couldn't get it anymore, and I was freaking out trying to figure out what to use, and came across this shade cloth. So I have cut for you, custom cut, a bin blanket with 4 layers of a medium shade cloth, and boy does it work great. Not only does it look nice and clean and neat, gives the worms a little extra cover, but you can water right through it. So I'm going to give my worms a daily watering right now. I can water right through the bin blanket, and you see it dripping out the bottom. You're going to water until you see it dripping out the bottom. Every day we flush this bed with plenty of water. So I'm not talking about a mister, folks. I'm talking about get a hose and hose them down. These guys want to be very wet. I would say that the major difference between vermicomposting on the mainland and vermicomposting in Hawaii is water. So get yourself a nice nozzle, get yourself a hose, make sure your bin is located somewhere where you have easy access to water, and every day hose them down. Every day when I come home from work, the first thing I do is I go hose down my worms. You take a shower every day. It's not necessary for your life. You'd be okay if you only went once a week, but you'd be really uncomfortable. Same thing with the wormies. They want to be cooled down, refreshed, moistened every day. So give them a good squirt. And it's really nice. The bin blanket makes it real easy. So we found a really nice spot here in the shade up on some rocks. It's really great. I forgot to mention, but I'd like to now. These boxes come with a lid. Whether or not you use that lid, it's up to you. I personally like an open bin. It's easier for me to maintain and manage. It stays nice and clean. But if you have a dog or, you know, lots of tree rubbish or something, it's perfectly good to put the lid on. And the pukas, so that everybody can breathe, are along the edge. So it doesn't matter if it gets rain or whatever on here. So the lid is fine, but I will warn you that if you have the lid on there, it's dark and humid inside. Your worms are going to crawl over the sides of the bin. They'll be up on the edges, and you'll be emailing saying, my worms are trying to escape. No, they're not. It's dark and humid, and they're crawling around. It is in the nature of worms to crawl around. So if it's comfortable for them, and it is, if it's dark and humid, they will start crawling up the sides of your bin, leaving their little vermicast trails everywhere. So don't panic. That's fine. They're perfectly happy, they're perfectly okay, but they will be crawling around the sides of your bin. If you leave it open, they'll stay put under the bin blanket. Again, I personally like it open, but it's completely up to you. The plastic lid is optional on your worm bin. Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope this time we've spent together has helped you set up your worm bin. I hope I didn't get too far ahead of you, and if so, gee, put it on pause and catch up. But I hope I've taken you through the steps in a way that was easy to understand, and now you're set.